Definitely not a good time for the ruling All Progressives Congress, as it appears the party is set for a large-scale internal political crisis and the intense Senate executive row. That's our focus on the program. Many thanks for joining in, everyone. This is Politics Today live on Channels Television. I'm Seun Kimbaloye in Lagos. Brace up, everyone, as we're up for an interesting ride on the program tonight. It's Friday and it's fast-paced. The storm in the National Assembly is brewing, and it does look like the wave is upsetting the political atmosphere in the land. When Senator Ali Ndume was sent home for 6 months, one should know that all may now seem unwell. Well, not as expected, but that was a man who recently was removed as a majority leader of the Senate. The president has set up a committee to resolve the crisis. That means the presidency or the leadership of the APC is aware and realize that all may not be well. Beyond what you see in the open, there are several activities of the politicians in secret that determine what you see. What were the reasons for Senator Ndume's suspension? The Senate took the decision after considering the report of its Committee on Ethics and Privileges, which was directed to investigate the point of order raised by Senator Ali Ndume last week. Senator Ndume asked the Senate to investigate allegations that an armored car allegedly worth 298 million naira seized by the Nigeria Customs Service belonging to the Senate President, as well as a certificate forgery allegation leveled against Senator Dino Melaye. Different reactions have trailed the Borno senator's suspension. Legal minds, some of the most beautiful in the land, have debated the decision of the Senate. Take a listen.
You cannot suspend a senator for more than 14 days, unless, of course, after he has been named on the floor and he has been asked to leave, he refuses to leave, and then the Senate President reports to the Senate. Thereafter, the Senate shall, by a resolution, suspend such a senator until the Senate so decides.
The Senate has a self-deodorizing mechanism to discipline its members and to discipline outsiders. It is an institution created under Section 4 of the Constitution to make laws for the peace, order, and good government of Nigeria.
No legislative house in Nigeria can suspend a member for one single day. You cannot suspend a member for more than 14 days.
When you suspend your member for raising an issue, what do you think you are doing? You are tearing the Constitution into shreds. And now you are saying that you summoning somebody for saying something. Why didn't they summon Chief Obasanjo, for example, when he told them that they are a den of robbers? He said it in this country.
You've heard some of the legal opinions on this matter. I'm not a lawyer, so I'm perhaps a legal illiterate in this matter. But what do you make of it as a Nigerian? Some of you voted some of these lawmakers into office. Well, before Senator Ali Ndume was punished, Senator Dino Melaye has gone to town to release what has become a viral hit track, which is sung in Yoruba language, and we are Channels Television just to help non-Yoruba speakers who are viewers with some subtitles for better understanding. Some say Senator Melaye's song was an indication that Senator Ndume was in for a tough time. Take a listen to that song again.
Okay. You speak the truth, you die. You lie, you die. I, Dino Melaye, have chosen to speak the truth and die. Àjẹkún ìyà ni ó jẹ, àjẹkún ìyà ni ó jẹ, ẹni tí ò tó ní nà tí ń dènà dé ni. Àjẹkún ìyà ni ó jẹ, àjẹkún ìyà ni ó jẹ, àjẹkún ìyà ni ó jẹ, ẹni tí ò tó ní nà tí ń dènà dé ni. Àjẹkún ìyà ni ó jẹ, àjẹkún ìyà ni ó jẹ, àjẹkún ìyà ni ó jẹ, ẹni tí ò tó ní nà tí ń dènà dé ni. Àjẹkún ìyà ni ó jẹ.
Senator Dino Melaye there. Well, let's get perspective into this matter. If you know, now you know. If you don't understand Yoruba, you know some of those things that Senator Dino Melaye said in that song. Senator Dino Melaye himself joins us in the studio, while Mr. Daniel Boya, in our legal practitioner, joins us from our Abuja studio. Many thanks, gentlemen, for joining us on the program. Let me begin with you, Senator Dino Melaye. That was some dramatic performance there, Senator Dino Melaye. Can you recast that for people who are seeing you in the studio? Can you recast that for us again?
Recast, anyway, I want to say good evening, Nigerians. Recast, I don't know if you expect me to sing the song again.
Let's hear you sing that song. Well, you're the one who really sang that song.
Very well. So,
let's recast it and let's hear you sing that song.
Very well. So, you know, Ajeku iya ni o je, Ajeku iya ni o je, eni tí ò tó ní náà tí ń dènà dé ní Ajeku iya ni o je. I want to say that literally you've interpreted what the song is, and it's not peculiar to any particular situation or one of the contemporary issues at hand in the Senate, but basically what I'm saying is that one who is incapacitated to engage in a warfare, once you engage in a warfare with a superior, it's double jeopardy for you. Basically, that is what I'm saying, and it's contemporary and is applicable to various situations of life.
You sang that song. 2 days later, your colleague, Senator Ali Ndume, your former leader, was suspended for 6 months. And you said that has no connection with any contemporary issue and the Senate.
Basically, Senator Ndume is an experienced legislator, and basically having been in the House of Representatives for 2 terms and in the Senate for a 2nd time, he should understand the workings of the National Assembly. And I wasn't prophesying that he's going to be suspended. And Dino Melaye did not make up myself or Senator Bukola Saraki, who was falsely accused, did not make up the Senate. The Senate is made up of 109 members. So the decision to suspend Ndume wasn't that of Senator Bukola Saraki or myself. It was a consensual decision of the Nigerian Senate after trial, after investigation by the relevant committees.
Two actions there. You did this, which means invariably for those of us who really played when we were children, it does mean into all. I mean, like you've seen it all. I mean, it's happened to you. It's done on you right now. And another action showed how you raised your fists, showing a sign of victory. It does look more than Nigerians really wanted to tell the truth.
Basically, after facing the Ethics and Privileges Committee and the bone of contention surrounding my certificate accusation, to me was laid to rest at the moment the Vice Chancellor of Ahmadu Bello University came up and testified that I'm an authentic graduate of Ahmadu Bello University. At that point, I know there's evidence to clear me in the Senate, and there's nothing to the contrary. Right. And when my accuser, or the man who proposed my investigation by the Senate, was asked by the same committee, did you carry out due diligence? Did you investigate this matter before accusing Senator Bukola Saraki and Senator Dino Melaye? He said, no, he didn't. At that point, logically speaking, I should have concluded that, the whole brouhaha is over.
But was there an accusation or an allegation? Does it look like an accusation, allegation? Because we still heard, we have sound bites of Senator Ndume on the floor. It doesn't look to us that that was an accusation.
It is an accusation. It is an allegation.
He raised a motion saying that some things are being said online about these 2 senators, and he suggested that it should be investigated by the Senate. Yeah, that doesn't look to me like an accusation.
Ali Ndume is not just a yesterday legislator. Ali Ndume was, even when we were colleagues in the House of Representatives, he was a principal officer of the House of Reps. He also was the leader of the Senate at the time. So for somebody of that caliber, is beyond, except we all know that there are other ulterior motives behind his presentation. There's no reason why he would not carry out due diligence or even find out what it is.
Is it fair to have suspended him for 6 months?
That decision is a decision of the Senate, and is a resolution of the Senate already binding.
For someone who has suffered a similar fate, Senator Melaye, was it fair to have melted a 6-month suspension on the senator of your colleague?
Sheung, I listened to Femi Falana this morning and a number of others, and I want to say without fear of favor that there's a distinctive difference between my suspension and that of Ali Ndume. My suspension by Dimeji Bankole at that time, I was not referred to any Ethics and Privileges Committee. I was not even given fair airing. I was not even asked questions. I was suspended unceremoniously. And the judgment in my case stipulated clearly that Section 36 of there's a breach of Section 36 of the Constitution, that I was not given fair hearing. It was on the basis of not having fair hearing that I won my case in court. But not that the court categorically stated that the Senate cannot suspend. No. What the court said is that I was not given fair hearing. I was not referred to a committee. They did not hear from me. But in this case, it is different.
Can the Senate?
In this case, it's completely different.
Can the Senate suspend a lawmaker for more than 2 weeks? As stipulated by your own rule book.
Let me say this clear, that we regulate our own proceedings, and the Senate have the capacity to suspend any erring senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But what we are saying here is very, very clear, that the due process to suspension was clearly followed.
Okay.
Ali Ndume was given fair hearing. In my own case, I was not given fair hearing. And Ali Ndume appeared before the committee. He defended himself before the committee came up with a proposal, which was ratified by the entire Senate.